You already know this beat is right now making me feeling so groovy. Shouts out to Jen right there. Yeah, she feeling the movie. Alex in the building. Welcome to Don't Blink. We're going to ask you a lot of questions. We want to know what you think. Hey. We want to know how you feel. Yeah. We want to know what got you here. We want to know what you think about Uly's slick hair and my beard.
Killed it.
Shit. Hey, good stopping, Rex.
That's going on the album.
Damn, you already know.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2.
Get mic checked up now.
Mic check, mic check.
Mic check, mic
good,
check.
We good? Mic check.
That was awesome. It's been a while since we haven't
had a
little therapy like that.
I like
that. I like that intro.
Yeah.
No, we haven't even started.
Well, we haven't even started yet, man. We just getting
nice intro.
You might add that in there.
And play it right there.
Who rolling, John? All right.
Sporting touch of hands. Round number 1. There's that fast start, and that is the fastest knockout in bare knuckle fighting championship.
Hey, mama, no, born in the Bronx, raised in Dade. Been in the city since Pit had braids. Bahapanti parties, but I know how to sneak me out. Now it's 7-figure meetings every day. We need a house. It's game time. The game's mine. You know the vibe. Yo viajaba el mundo entero, repping 305.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Don't Blink podcast.
Yes.
The kid is in the building.
Oh yeah, we in here, champ.
Yeah, man. Today we got somebody dope, man. Digital marketer.
Oh man, he's been around.
Been around with some big names. You know what I mean? Just to name a few, I'm gonna let him drop them.
Hell yeah.
Alex Quin.
Hell
right?
yeah.
Alex Quin or Quin?
Quin.
Okay. Good to meet you, brother.
Nice to meet you, man. Thanks for joining me. Thank you for the space.
Absolutely.
I blinked already.
Well, the Don't Blink competition is coming later. So
yeah. That's post interview. We got the Don't Blink competition.
All right.
Yeah. How you been, Brian? How was the drive over here? You live in Miami?
I live in Hollywood.
Okay.
It was like an hour. It was a fuckload of traffic on Palmetto.
I know.
It was nice though.
Yeah, the Palmetto traffic that's like 24 hours a day.
Yeah, always, forever.
Yeah, doesn't matter the time of day. It always gonna be like that. Yeah.
For real. No, and there's always construction.
Mm-hmm.
It never gets fixed. Alex, man, we like to highlight our guests here on Don't Blink, and we like to start the stories from the beginning. So let us know where you were born and raised, and let's move from there.
Born and raised in the county of Dade.
Hey, let's go. 305.
Dade County, yeah. Born and raised here. My family's Colombian. Okay, I learned Spanish first, but English came after.
Yes.
Naturally, all my interviews, all my shit is in English, but I do a little bit of Spanish as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome. And where in Miami did you grow up?
I grew up Bay Harbor. Bal Harbor area.
Okay, Bal Harbor.
Okay.
Yeah.
What school did you go to? Like, what school were you?
I went to Ruth K. Broad when I was in elementary there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like the roof.
Yeah, and then I switched like 6th or 7th grade. I switched over to private school.
Okay. What high school did you go to?
I went to Pace.
Oh, you went to Pace?
Okay. Yeah.
Dope,
I know Pace. Yeah.
Shouts out to all my people from Pace who see y'all over there.
A lot of people came from Pace.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And you graduated high school, obviously.
I graduated high school. I went to college and did marketing and advertising, PR in college. That was my thing.
Nice.
And then just jumped right into the career, like right after. You know?
So how was that? So tell us how that happened. How was the transition? You're in college right now. You're a student.
Yeah, I'm in college, bro. I have my first business. I'm going to school. I'm starting my business.
What's the business?
My first business was actually car events, like Tokyo Drift style shit.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like car meets. I had a partnership with Hooters, and we would do like 300-400 cars at Hooters.
Oh shit!
So I did car meets like that.
Around what year? Like around what year is that?
This was 2013.
Yeah, because I remember things like that. I remember seeing
2013.
Could have been you throwing them things.
Perhaps.
That's a candalo ahí in Walmart. I can't even come to Walmart Hooters right here.
Yeah, but a bunch of lowriders and speakers and sponsor booths, and we did a bunch of cool stuff, man.
Dope.
I did an event at the stadium here at which is the name of the stadium, the one that retracts the
Marlin Stadium.
The Marlin Stadium. We rented one of the garages and we did a car event there. And DuPont Registry came, Lamborghini Miami, like a bunch of. We had classic cars, exotic cars. Like that was my first business, but it wasn't really profitable. It was more something I was passionate about at the time. But still studying marketing, right? I got a job at a marketing agency / car rental company that gave me an opportunity. Became the marketing director there.
Here in Miami still?
Here in Miami, MPH Club.
Okay.
Yeah, they're probably the biggest in the U.S. right now.
MPH Club? I did a commercial for them, I swear to God.
Yeah, I was the marketing director there, the first one.
Did you? Were you there? I filmed a commercial for them down here.
Yeah.
So it's funny. Well, I'm a gangster and I got like the electric going
do a bunch of crazy content.
Rent PH is known for they rent like nice cars, right? Like Lamborghinis and stuff like that.
All that stuff. Exactly. Yeah, they have a pretty crazy client portfolio.
That's awesome. Isn't it like kind of like a Turo, I guess, but for nicer high end cars?
Yeah, well, Turo, you rent out your car. No,
right.
Or you rent out your car and you can rent other people's cars.
Right.
This one is not necessarily an app; it's a location, and they're in prime location. So when I was there, when I first started there, they were at the Opelika Executive Airport. So people would land their jets, see the cars outside, wish to rent them for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
That's awesome.
The Kevin Hart would show up, Mayweather would show up, like a bunch of crazy people like you can imagine that would drive through there or fly through there, and it was a nice demo. Then they moved on to open at the Fontainebleau and I think at the SLS, and then they started expanding from there.
That's amazing.
Nice.
Yeah, they must be doing it huge right now. Then that's awesome because I remember when it first started.
They have a shitload of cars, and the two founders at the time really gave me an opportunity. I was learning a lot because I was in school and I was working for their company, right? Shortly after, I was inspired to start my own advertising agency, and they supported me all the way. They're like, Alex, you got to do your thing, and I started my advertising agency out of my house, my parents' house.
So you go from college doing the car thing, you go to MPH, and MPH, and now you're doing this.
Yeah, because MPH found out about me through my car meets and all that stuff. They brought their cars, and they're like, oh, this kid knows how to market. Right. It's like, why don't you come be the marketing guy here? Right. Yeah. So I started doing marketing, and exactly.
So expanded them and helped them with the marketing.
Correct. And we were able to do a ton of crazy collabs with artists, with the jewelry. We would shoot the cars with the steering wheels, with the watches, and we started coming up with a lot of trends that reached a global scale. We were on magazine covers. We were on TV. We had artists reposting us, and it was nice. It was showing that I was on the right track.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I said, you know what? I feel like I could do this for several people, a lot more people. I want to do it. The owner supported me. To this day, I still collaborate with the owners, and we do shit with MPH Club. They've been on my podcast. And no, man, I started managing people's social medias. That's what it was. That
was the beginning of it?
I charged people $500,000 to...
A month.
Yeah, a month to manage their socials, put shit on.
I charge people $500,000 too to manage their social.
Yeah. No, 500.
No, he said 500,000.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and what? These are people who are influencers, or how?
No, these were clothing companies and shit, restaurants, local people. I didn't have a lot of experience, so I had to go for smaller brands before I built up my confidence in the industry. And then I shortly realized that the money was actually in running ads, not managing people's social media, because that doesn't make them money. Right. Yeah. Where you make people's money is you run their ads. You spend $100,000 or $1 million a month on ads, you make them 3, 4, 5, 10 million back. That's where the real money was. But it took me I opened my agency, I believe I was 20 years old when I opened my agency.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I'm about to turn 29 now. I've been doing it since. So I've gone through all facets of digital marketing, influencer marketing, affiliate marketing, SEO, Facebook ads, Google ads, Spotify ads, Hulu ads, copywriting, building funnels, all of that shit that is the nerdy shit, but actually makes people real paper.
Absolutely.
I like that.
Yeah, you're funneling all the money to there.
The rainmaker.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I actually want to take it back right quick, because you never told me during high school, what were you into during high school? Because in college you transitioned into that, but how was it growing up in high school and doing that?
Well, I was really fortunate because my parents worked their ass off to put me through private school. They virtually had no money for anything after paying for my tuition every month.
So, but what is PACE private?
It is private.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I was there and I had very little resources. So my parents spent all their money to put me through school there. But when I was there, I was broke as hell. Yeah. I couldn't do a lot of the things the other kids were doing, and the field trips or the soccer game or buy a t-shirt.
Were you into sports? Were you playing sports?
I sucked ass at sports, but I tried. I was on the football team, on soccer team.
I'm about to say, if you're Colombian, you have to play soccer.
Yeah. I started soccer, and then the football team recruited me to be a kicker. Nice. I never got to play shit.
Damn, field goal?
Yeah, but I never. Nice. I don't think I ever made a fucking field goal. Probably once.
Oh, damn.
But it was for the experience. I was just trying to enjoy the school. A private school. They got sports. They got shit I hadn't done before. I was trying to make the best of it. And in between class and during classes, when I would go back to Colombia, I would buy a ton of bracelets, like rosaries, different necklaces and shit, wholesale in Colombia, and I would bring them here and I would flip them at school. Right. I would flip them at school, bracelets, t-shirts, hats, all types of shit.
That's awesome.
So high school for me was interesting because I graduated high school with a scholarship, but I hustled throughout every single class, and I had 2 jobs after high school. I worked at Hollister, and I worked at Miami Subs at the drive-thru.
Oh shit!
So that was I was always on the move, man. Even through high school.
Where'd you go to high school? I mean, where'd you go to college?
I went to FIU.
Okay,
Yeah, I went to FIU.
Kept it at the crib the whole time.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, I stayed at my parents' crib. I stacked up. I saved up. I built my business. I read a lot. Like, dude, I read a lot. Books. I hire mentors. Like, I try to just fuck with the craziest people and, like, learn from them. Like, stick to them. And if I can't learn directly from them, learn from books. And it was just always try to be the best at marketing, because he who controls advertising budgets and turns $1 into $2, $3, $4, that's a lot. Like, you could virtually work with basically anybody. You could sell music. You could sell clothes. You could sell breast implants. You could sell hair transplant surgery. You could sell roofs. I've sold all types of shit. People ask me, what do you sell? Like, you present to me a product or a service.
Ice to an Eskimo.
An ice to an Eskimo. Yeah.
That's sick, man.
So yeah, I really loved the career path, man. And at that time, social media in high school was really big, and I was using that to my advantage to be able to sell like ultra tickets on Instagram, sell like bracelets, sell iPhones. I was on Craigslist. Like, I was trying to come up with money no matter what. Like, like as long as I was out there hustling, man. I was out there hustling. So that was kind of like what motivated me to keep things going. And when I graduated high school, I had even more motivation because I had a scholarship.
Right.
So now I could invest my money into growing my business, which is what I've been doing since.
You've had a good head on your shoulders since you were young then, man. Were your parents like this, very business oriented?
Yeah. My mom and my dad have been a huge influence on my career and like on who I am. I go to them for everything, for advice. And, like, I listen. I don't try to be right about everything. I understand they have more experience, and I always like to hear different points of view. I'm very big on that.
Shout out to mom and dad.
Yeah, shout out to mom and dad.
You raised a good guy over here, mom.
Yeah.
So now you open up your agency. You said it's about to be 9 years now?
9 years, yeah.
Nice. That's awesome. Congratulations on
Thanks,
that.
man. Appreciate that. Yeah.
So along the way, man, I see you're working with Forbes now too, right?
So that's a funny story, actually.
Good. I like funny stories.
So I started my agency from my parents' house. A few months in, I was making probably like $2,000 a month, $3,000 a month, and I was like, I'm gonna look for an office because I felt like I wanted to bring people. I'm at my mom's house, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What the fuck is that?
Right.
So I found an office in Miami Lakes, like a Regis building that had like really nice. It was like a fucking closet.
It comes furnished already, though.
Furnished, but it was like tiny. It was like a little matchbox. It was like $1,000 a month. Yeah. I took it, and I would bring people. Like, I would bring people there. I would talk to people on Instagram, try to get leads online. And I started building my business. I started scaling my business, right?
Started getting 2 or 3 of those little pockets next to each other, right?
So check out what happened. I started signing more people on, and then I totally outgrew it. So I got an office. My first office after that was in Hollywood, I believe. I opened an office in Hollywood, and then I opened another office in Hollywood. I opened a third office in Las Olas. I opened a fourth office in Doral.
Okay, nice.
And it was full of computers, full of staff, video editors, writers, graphic designers. And, I had my little business running. Probably at the time doing like 20, 30K a month, scaling my business. And one day I get a phone call. I got a phone call and I got an email. Hey, I'm the blah, blah, blah from Forbes, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We want you to be part of this, and that. And I thought they were trying to hustle me. So I'm like, nah, I'm not. You know how when you're not interested, people are, I'm good. Like,
you just hit them with the nah.
I'm good. Love and joy. So whatever, I brushed them off, and then I think it was that day or the following day. I was like, shit. These people emailed. Let me look more into this, because they called me, sounded weird. They emailed me some booty ass PDF that looked terrible.
Yeah,
and I'm like, this is a scam. Like, the fuck Forbes trying to fuck with me,
Yeah.
It turns out that Forbes has a what they call councils, different councils. They're like different pods, like ecosystems full of different people and different businesses.
Right, focus on different things that go
real estate, advertising. Right. So I was asked to be part of that community. Where they're at that time, you had to be doing like over $1 million a year. You had to have been featured in several projects. They had a bunch of criteria, and it turns out that I met the criteria for everything that they were trying to do. And basically, what it is, it's a community of entrepreneurs that contribute towards Forbes. So we contribute, we write, we do expert panels, we answer questions, and there's like private events, yearly events. There's like private online events. It's a whole community. So I actually ended up turning that into a win because I told them to fuck off, and then it was actually Forbes. So I'm like, my bad. Let's do it.
That's so. How'd they come back to you? How did it end up coming back?
I reached out back.
Oh,
and
he
I'm like,
reached out. He was like,
okay. So wait, because the phone call was like, you thought it was
like, girl,
bullshit.
yeah.
Then you saw the email, you thought it was bullshit.
Because they sent me some weird PDF inviting me,
right.
and it looked like terrible. And I'm a marketing agency, and I'm all about branding.
Yeah.
So when I became,
and you're from Miami, and everything's a scam down here.
Don't play with me with that weird shit.
It was telemarketer.
Yeah, I'm hanging up. What
the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
So
now you reach back out to them.
Yeah.
He said, hello? Yes.
No, my bad.
My bad. That was my brother.
Yeah.
He's dumb as fuck.
He was playing on my phone.
Christopher, I told you stop doing that. Yes.
That's
Forbes?
awesome.
Yes, it's me.
So now you reach back out and they immediately you're part of this community. They kind of tell you.
I had to go through a process and paperwork, whatever. I become part of the community, and immediately as soon as they let me in, I rebranded all of their sales material. I'm like, don't be sending people that booty shit you guys sent me, because nobody's gonna believe you guys that you guys are on that, like, for real.
Yeah.
So that letterhead,
letterhead and the PDF decks presentations. I'm like, look, this is how you do it. So that was that. I started writing on Forbes, and then
because man, if you think Forbes is top dog. You know,
Yeah.
You don't want a little boo-foo thing coming.
Yeah.
Yo, Forbes, you watching? Yo, what's up? Don't blink, baby. You'll see you.
So my bad for interrupting you. You regrouped everything.
Yeah, and then I started writing for other press outlets. I write on entrepreneur.com. I write on Grit Daily News, on Contrast Magazine.
Contrast is you, right?
Yeah, I'm the co-owner of Contrast Magazine.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How'd that come about?
Bro, that I didn't start Contrast. So Contrast has been alive for 10 years now. It's been over a decade.
Yeah. Nice.
This is actually the 10th year.
Nice. Well, you guys almost started at the same time, so that's a good thing.
Exactly. Yeah. So as you own a marketing agencies, if you don't suck ass, you're cash flow positive, like very cash flow positive. So you naturally either buy equity into other businesses, or people offer you equity in their business to grow it. So I've naturally been able to grow other brands. Contrast is one of those brands. About a year and a half back, I developed a great relationship with my business partner right now, who founded Contrast, Michael Monroe. And, we got to work together for like 8 months, getting to know each other before I kind of saw how I could bring the most value to him through my agency and through being able to invest into the business. And I bought into the company, and we've been scaling it ever since. We've been able to work with Disney, with Pokemon. We've had covers with Nicky Jam, with Raul Alejandro, Arcangel. We've interviewed DJ Khaled, Maluma, like fucking Russ. We've done all types. We've had like, I think, over 100 digital covers.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Damn, congratulations on that right there. Hell yeah.
They're like the Source, or something like that. One of those big magazines, man.
Yeah, hey, dude. Honestly, it's been a wild ride. It's been a very big learning experience, but it's been a beautiful learning experience, because the entertainment industry is a big industry with a lot of creatives doing a lot of different things.
Constantly on the move and changing.
On the move.
Like this.
On the move, and you got to maintain relationships, and you got to keep your word, just like in any other business. Otherwise, you just become one of those people.
It's a lot of, it's not what you know, it's who you know in the industry, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. And Contrast Magazine, you got a physical, or is it just digital?
We had physical for some time, but then we went full digital. Yeah. So we're concentrated on creating animated digital covers.
Ain't nobody grabbing no magazines. Everybody's on the phone.
There is a demographic. Like there are magazines that are successfully doing print. Like Imagen Miami, they're buddies of mine. They have a fucking fire magazine, bro. Yeah. They're digital and print, and I really respect the way that they do business. Nice. But my business model is a little bit different. I do coverage for Rolling Loud, Billboard, Viva Urbana, Latin Grammys. I do private interviews with people. We're like a digital network.
Right.
We're a digital network.
You're hitting millions of people.
Yeah,
exactly.
Oh, that's awesome, man. And throughout all this time, you know what I'm saying, what continues to, you know what I'm saying, spark you up in the morning to, keep you going?
Look, it's honestly, I like creating new things, and I like growing with different people. That's why I've been able to grow so many successful businesses. I've been able to grow businesses from 6 to 7 figures a month, 7 to 8 figures a month. And it's really beautiful what you could actually accomplish when you do that. The jobs you create, the ideas that you bring to life, and you just make a fuckload of cash for yourself.
Absolutely. And you open up other opportunities for other people doing all that too.
Absolutely. And you meet great people that could be part of your life journey, people that you could learn from, people that can learn with you, from you. You know what I mean? I like it. I like being able to know that I could put my hand into a business and I could scale it to whatever I feel I could do, just because I've developed the skill sets. I don't have a magic potion, or I don't have a magic wand. It's just basic bare bones marketing. Understand your audience, understand what you're selling, understand what their pain points are, understand how to speak to them, understand how to frame your offer, whether it's a product or a service that you're selling, understand how to now grab that product, that offer, and voice it to people correctly, to the right types of audiences at the right price with the I keep mentioning offer because pretty much in some industries, people are selling the same product or service. What makes your shit different? You have to have a different offer, a different hook, a different value proposition. You understand all of those things and you do them enough times, you're able to market pretty much any business.
Listen, after these cameras turn off, we need you to stick around. Tell us how to get Don't Blink on that journey. We need
bro. That'd be awesome, man, for sure.
Yeah, and I've been able to travel, guys. I've been able to travel the world teaching a ton of people. So I've hosted before the whole pandemic shit. Yeah. I was touring around the United States. I was doing U.S. tours, hundreds of people in conference rooms. And,
keynote speaking.
Yeah. I did it with Microsoft. I did it with HubSpot. I've done collaborations with McLaren.
You're about to be on a TED Talk, brother.
I would love to do a tech talk. I was actually going to do a tour in China, February 2020.
What?
Yeah, but then the whole shit went down and my whole tour was canceled.
Suerte tiene tú, mira.
First stop was Wuhan.
Culo de suerte que tuve.
Diablo. We would have gone. Tú estás allá, loco, todavía. Porque mira,
Stay your ass over there, boy.
The first stop would have been Wuhan. All right, you would have still been stuck over there.
Oh, with his last name, Quin? Yeah.
Quin, yeah. Hey, so good, man. That's amazing for sure. So you obviously do you have a ton of people trying to work with you then? Because if you're making companies basically double, exactly skyrocket. I'm sure you got people trying to bust down your door to work with you.
Honestly, before it wasn't like that. It was fucking hard. I mean, it's been 9 years, right? So we're talking about 9 years of eating shit, of doing free work, of people trying me, of people stealing from me, people like fucking ripping me off.
Figuring it out.
Not knowing what the fuck to do with taxes. How the fuck do you file taxes? How do I take care of my credit? I
just learned like last year.
You got lawsuits, fucking contracts, work for hire agreements, fucking like writing off expenses. Like, they don't teach us this shit. Did you learn that in high school?
I absolutely not.
High school?
Too much in high school.
Yeah, we were barely in high school. We was barely in high school.
Yeah, that was my problem. Should have been paying more attention.
But yes, to your point, they don't be talking about none of that stuff.
But now they do. I think DeSantis passed the law that now they I think in high school you have to learn about like keeping up your checkbooks, taxes, credit, all that. I think
real world shit, brother. You need to learn, not about Columbus and bullshit.
You can't keep people dumb. Or else they fall victim to the system and then they just chews them up and spits them back out. I've been through it myself.
No, and I can see in your character and the way you carry yourself and the way you're doing things that you've had this thing in you since you were a kid, probably. Were
you always confident like that and comfortable on the mic and even doing going out and doing keynotes and stuff like that?
No,
because that's not for everybody going on there on stage and talking in front of hundreds of people.
Yeah, it's I get nervous before. I'm like, oh shit.
It's about that.
There's a fuckload of people out there. Yeah. But I think more than nervousness is like excitement. The first time I ever did a public speaking presentation was with Puma. They invited me to do a talk at FIU.
Nice.
With a ton of people. From the entertainment space, and there was like 400 people. That was my first time, but I was with a panel. Then I got invited to host an event, to do more panels, then to host my own keynotes. So then I had to learn how to teach, right? I had to learn how to create presentations and teach people a curriculum, have them have takeaways,
bullet points, all that good stuff,
all of that.
And so the nervous level goes even higher because now you got to remember everything.
Honestly, man, as long as you're following a nice PDF or like a
and you know what you're talking about,
and you know what you're talking about, you're not talking shit up there. You're good for the most part.
Right.
But that's all played a role in me being able to be somebody that's in the media, right? Exactly. To have my magazine, to have my podcast in English, my podcast I have a podcast in Spanish where I interview people in the entertainment industry. So I've interviewed so far Luis Fonsi. Awesome. I've interviewed Mirabai Montoya. She's Karol G's vocal coach. I have an episode dropping with Dima LaFlow next week. And I have we have a few more things coming up, just like I have my English podcast. So I'm able to be in the media. I'm able to write in the media. Media, like press, public relations, and advertising go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Nice.
Do you still own your physical agency, like where you have offices?
No offices. Okay. That wasn't profitable. Scratch that. It was profitable, but not as profitable as going fully remote.
Right.
There's 16 of us right now at the agency, fully remote. We operate all on cell phones and laptops.
How does that
super convenient?
How does that work in the sense of like, how do you know when your employees isn't doing like a, I don't know, side job? I don't know.
All my employees have other stuff. I encourage them to.
So you get the actual deal, and then you send it to them, and you tell whatever guy, I need you to do this.
So the way the agency's broken down,
I'm trying to break it down.
I'll give you a breakdown. Okay. I only work with about 5 to 7 people at a time. So this isn't something that I'm constantly adding clients on. What I'm doing is I'm grabbing people and taking them from this revenue to this revenue. $2 million a month to $7 million a month. $500,000 a month to $1 million a month.
Cleaning up what they have. They're doing it already, but they're not doing it maybe the right way.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So I see where how they're managing their advertising budgets, how they're spending it, what kind of data they have. Do they have email lists, text message list? Are they reaching out to these people? Are they running retargeting campaigns? Do they have influencer marketing? Do they have affiliate marketing? Whatever the case may be. I lead the project, but obviously as part of advertising, you have to build web pages, you have to create copywriting, you have to do graphic design, you have to do like IT work, you have to do all types of stuff. So that's where my team comes in, right? Oh. I create the campaigns, I create the framework and the infrastructure of all the campaigns, and my team helps me figure out all
how
the
do you come
smaller
up with
tasks.
This? How do you come up with like the ideas for the marketing? Like what is it that's being done that you're, you know, like what
creatively
that template? Yeah, what are you creating for them?
Okay, so let's do an example.
A Red Bull example or whatever. I don't know.
Uly Monster.
Give me an example of a product. Something random or a service that
History Makers.
This is your brand.
Yeah.
Okay. How are you marketing your brand right now?
Don't Blink Podcast.
Got you. Beautiful. Which is a great tool.
Boom.
My podcast has been a great tool. Do you guys run paid ads?
Not yet.
Okay. Do you guys have influencers wearing your products?
Yes, right here.
Okay. Cool. So now you
and look, the cameraman and the photographer and the photographer and this rack right there.
We need cameras on them.
Matter of fact, give me a sweater size large. We're going to swap his sweater on.
I think medium.
Oh, medium.
It's medium.
It's a medium. So you have the framework already, right?
Boom.
Okay.
Right. You create the content. You have the crew. You have the culture. You created the culture around the people. Okay. Now you voice that. Right.
Boom.
What is History Makers about?
Oh, fashion for greatness, motivation, inspiration, and encouraging to believe in yourself.
Okay, so basically kind of like cultured around people that have built great brands or built great ideas in the past. And this culture is based around smart people that get it. They're on top of their shit. They're on the ball and they want to help each other grow, kind of shit like that, right?
Boom.
Well, that's that could be your messaging. That could be your tone of voice, your brand voice. Now you find people like that. Where are they? They're online. You run ads. There's no science to it. You have a product. People like this product. Find, for example, maybe people that wear History Makers like to listen to Future, Lil Baby, and Drake, and maybe they also listen to a little bit of Bad Bunny, and they watch complex news. Right? You start creating like an audience persona for who would buy your product. What food are they eating? Where are they going out? What music are they listening to? What movies are they watching? And what you do, you create audiences on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and you run ads to these people using the content he's creating. Right? Ooh. Then you share your podcast. You know, it's not just a clothing brand. Many podcasts have merch, have different things, but they're not buying the merch because it looks cool. They're buying the merch because they like the shit you guys are talking about. Yes. They fuck with your message. So what you have to do is you just have to distribute that content. You just have to put it in front of people. At first, not everybody has money to run ads, so then the influencer marketing goes into play. You send a nice care package to an influencer, right? You work a deal with them where like 20% or 10%, 15% of the revenue that they're driving from their link in bio or their swipe up, they get it. So then you don't have to pay for ads, right? Oh. Different ways to do it, right? Yeah. Different ways to do it. Try to get on blogs, try to get blogs to link back to your website. The number one way to get sales is to run ads. You just have to learn. You have to learn the skill of being able to run ads and be okay with losing some money.
That's awesome. I did hear that a long time ago about, like, for example, I used to be sponsored by Dr. Silverman. He's a huge chiropractor down here, and you see him on every bus and everything. And he says, if you want to be successful, you got to spend your money on advertisement.
Yeah, hell yeah. So I've been stacking my pennies. You know what I'm saying? We jumping into some advertisements soon.
Yeah,
some ads. You know what I'm saying? We jumping into that, and I appreciate you breaking that down right there because this episode is gonna live forever. We're gonna have that gem in there.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like that.
Yeah, we got to start. We got to start this, man. We got to rewind.
No, I like this connection right here because this is a vibe.
I want to hear the step by step he just took us on.
So it was amazing. It was amazing.
Yeah, and how do you have the memory retention for this? Just because you've done it so long?
Yeah, he's done it.
Because you go down the scale of what you got to do all the way that you break it down to the most minute scale.
Because that's how fucking easy it is, bro. The thing is that people just make excuses and then I suck or nobody helps me or I don't have enough money. Like, fuck you. Shut up. Like, you can. Like, you can do it. You can do it, especially in this country that we live in. Yeah. Like, where we're sitting right now, like, we're living better than 95% of people on Earth.
Right.
Like, we got Wi-Fi, we got nice microphones, we got a whole crew in here. You got to do mixing live. Like, you understand what I'm saying?
Rex.
We have a phone. Like, we have all the tools. I learned with mentors. I learned asking questions. I learned on YouTube. I learned going to school a little bit. I learned reading books. So it's just repetition. My job is doing the same shit every day. What product is this? What service is this? Who are we selling it to? How are we speaking to them? How much does it cost? What kind of content are we going to shoot differently to see if it clicks? And just turn the campaigns on. See how they work. See, okay, these types of videos people don't like. Now, you don't do those. Now, they like these videos. Now you do more of those. And then you find winning ads. That's essentially what it is.
So you're on a daily basis, you're reading, like stats, exactly.
Reading stats. Read what works, what doesn't work. Right. What's worked before, note that down. In the future, if all shit's going loose, going downhill, go back to what's worked before, repeat successful actions, and just like, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat.
Yeah, that's life.
Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. I like that. Yeah. Yo, I feel pumped right now. I feel energized. I feel like grabbing my foot. No, I'm ready to fucking put an ad right now.
Right now.
$100 on black. Let's go.
I see your chair shaking, boy. Ready to. Boy, I'm
getting. He said phone. I said I got a phone right here. I can put an ad right now.
You have a TikTok for the history makers?
I got a sale. I just got a sale on Shopify. I'll tell you right now. Shouts out to Ron Zell. Shouts out to Ron Zell. Just bought a hoodie. I see you live on the show.
So you have the merchandise on Shopify.
Yes.
So one thing I recommend on Shopify, which is like gold, get a lead magnet. Right? Offer free shipping. Offer something for you to get their phone number and their email right away.
Oh.
As soon as you get your phone number and their email, you raise your probabilities of closing. A lot of people don't realize that between like 10 and 20% on average of e-commerce sales are from text message marketing. Another like 10 to 25% is email. And people think it's dead, and it's not. And it's not annoying to people. As long as you're compliant, you could send them deals, make them feel like they're part of shit. Maybe send them free decals once in a while. So collect emails and phone numbers in exchange for
their information. Actually, on the website, as soon as you go to the website, it has a newsletter, enter your email type of vibe.
Okay, so one thing you could do is as soon as they enter their email, you could have a trigger going off on your email marketing like software where you could do like every day for like a week, they get a different email. So day 1 is who we are. Day 2, what we do. Day 3, what are we about? Day 3, what are the categories of products that we sell? So by the end of the week, they're already familiar with your brand and more likely to buy from you if they see your ad. You see what I'm saying? Because you wrote ads to people whose email you have and whose phone number you have.
I like this right here.
Next thing, when people add to cart on your website,
yes,
you have to have abandoned cart sequences, like 2 or 3 reminders on text message and on email. That's gonna.
I got 2 of them things. I should do 3.
Do like 3 to 4.
Okay.
So what you do?
I don't got text message though. I'm about to implement that text message.
Yeah, you
could
use like SMS bump for that.
Yeah.
So what you do is you set up the first text message. It's a light reminder. Hey, you left something in your cart. Second text message. Hey, don't forget. Third text message. Hey, we're running out. So create a sense of urgency. 4th, maybe like final one, last straw. Be like, all right, you know what? I know you really want this. I'm going to give you 10% off. Right? So that's the last ditch effort to get them to close, either through email or text message on the abandoned cart. And this is all automated. So you don't, that could all be
We just got to write the text and it'll happen automatically.
And it could be happening while we're sitting here.
Mm-hmm. Wow. That's how it happens.
I don't know if you guys remember this back in the day. There used to be something like that. It was like a little machine, and you, like, let's say you walked in a room like this, the machine would send out a message, and it would send it out to the room like a text message.
For real?
Yeah, that was back in the day.
That seems like a little bit intrusive. That's probably not even legal anymore.
Probably not. Probably not. Like, I don't know, but I remember it was something. There was something like that, kind of for advertising. You walk into the place and wherever like there's people around you in your vicinity, they all get like a text message. Yeah,
kind of like a precursor to the airdrop.
Exactly.
Some shit like that.
Exactly. Where now you got to accept the airdrop.
So you know, the interesting part that a lot of people aren't aware of running ads and all the data that you collect from your website. So you know that Facebook and Instagram know fucking everything about you. They know what you like. They know what kind of booties you like. They know like you like black girls, white girls, Latino. Facebook knows everything.
Damn, why you got to take it there?
I took it.
Yeah, you could have said chips, chicken. You could have said
he said
guacamole.
No.
Yeah, booty thing, ass, all that, black, white, Chinese, all
And
that.
they know which one you like.
Yeah, yeah.
They know they know when you're anxious. They know when you're hungry.
Yeah.
They know they know you're sleeping. They know everything. So
They're
what
hearing us right now.
right now.
are.
So they know your phone know you're with me right now. And when we leave, we're probably going to see the same ads.
Oh, possibly. Yeah.
No,
and hopefully,
it's not
God willing, they're
possible.
history makers.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're
Our
right.
phones
yeah,
know we're together. Her phone knows.
And some of the shit we
yeah.
talked about didn't pop up too. Yeah.
You give the apps permissions to listen to you all the time. So what happens there?
Shit.
You collect data on your website, like a phone number and an email. You could upload that to Facebook. And let's say that you had like 100 purchasers on your website. You upload that list to Facebook and tell Facebook, look, these 100 purchasers are probably on your platform. So Facebook goes and cross-references those emails and phone numbers to their profiles and finds them. So then you tell Facebook, okay, all those buyers that you located, find me another 100,000 people like them and let me run ads directly to them. So now, since Facebook and Instagram are so smart that they know all the data points on all of those people, at least 50,000 per person, the machine learning probabilities of them finding people that are going to buy from you are extremely high. That's where you go into your ads. That's where you go into your content and your copywriting because you have laser focused targeting.
Damn.
Holy shit.
He said
dog.
laser focused
Yeah.
targeting.
No, look at the
Donde
way.
pongo el ojo, pongo la bala.
Yeah.
For real.
You like that? I like
Guys,
that.
we
Yo, that was
definitely-
fucking crazy right there.
I'm
pumped. I'm telling you, I'm pumped.
No,
I'm
we
so
need to step
energized
our
right now.
marketing game up 100%.
I'm
Yeah.
so energized
You
right
could
now.
get fucking paid, bro.
Yeah.
No, we are going to get paid.
Motherfuckers off marketing. I know guys with fucking 4 people on their team making like $600,000 a month from their crib,
That's awesome.
just running
Nice.
ads.
That's awesome. God bless.
Nah, hell yeah. I think you should get him that
Little
special
team up.
question.
We got
I
a
think you
perfect
gotta-
office right here, little team of
Yeah, you
people.
got to ask him that special question because I think he is one of us.
Jay don't even want to paint no more. He want to learn how to do marketing too.
I've known my man for a minute.
Have you?
Yeah,
It's
hell
been a
yeah.
minute. You've been to my offices before and my all of the shit.
Yeah, he was.
Jesus.
You guys were at the Uly's last fight at the Hard Rock, and he
Yeah.
was like, "Yo, remember when I got lost a little bit?" I was like, "Yeah, I was looking for you." He was like, "Yeah, I went to go see Alex."
Oh, you were at the fight?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were doing coverage for the magazine.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
For which one? For contrast?
Yeah, OnlyFans invited us. Like,
Oh, dope. That's awesome. Yeah,
Damn,
they-
shouts out to
they-
OnlyFans. What do you think about OnlyFans?
it's good.
That's good. It's good marketing and a good platform to market and make
I
some
know
money.
people making great money on OnlyFans.
Hell yeah.
OnlyFans is a great platform.
Killed it.
Everybody has their shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I know people killing it.
I'll open one of those too. I'm gonna do ads and OnlyFans.
Only toes.
Yeah. Ooh. He's dropping gems in here. Everything that comes out of his mouth. Y'all be aware of them things because later on you're gonna see it.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh shit, that was from Don't Bling, episode
You're gonna see
96.
Two Nice's hairy ass toes.
This is episode 96.
Yeah.
Yeah, my podcast has I think like 92 episodes.
Nice.
How long have you guys been doing this podcast?
One a week for the last
gonna be-
96 weeks.
Yeah, it's gonna be 2 years.
Shit, that's consistent.
Yeah.
Good job, guys. That's what
Thank
it's
you,
about.
man.
That's
Thank
what
you,
that's
bro.
what building a long-lasting brand is about.
Absolutely. And that was the first thing when we all sat at the table. First thing was like, yo, it has to be consistent. Because we live in an instant satisfaction type of day, type of gratification type of place right now. So as soon as you miss a beat, people forget about you.
Absolutely.
That's
You
what
have
you're
to be-
saying. Like you got to hit those emails 4 times a week.
You're not gonna be annoying.
and give them that sense of urgency.
Machucalo.
And he said, no, give them that sense of urgency. It's true. That's what it is nowadays. It's all brain games, man.
It is.
And we've been killing it every
Yeah.
Tuesday, 7:30, just hitting them. Bam.
Read this book called Propaganda.
Propaganda.
It talks about how the big government and big corporations pretty much use media and perception to control people's buying behaviors. So for example, let's say
Alien shit right there.
I'm going to get to the alien part right now. So let's say in the East Coast of the United States, there is a surplus of cashmere, right? A big corporation that has ties in many industries or has a surplus of cashmere. There's warehouses full of cashmere and they don't know what to do with it because there's no demand for cashmere. A big corporation will go in and find all the top influencers in the space. Will buy ad space in the magazines. Will
Start pushing cashmere again.
Cashmere is fucking
It's
popping,
in. It's
popping,
back.
and it's bullshit. They're just creating they're creating a narrative.
the demand.
They're brain fucking you.
They're brain fucking you, and now everybody's wearing cashmere like a bunch of assholes because these guys had a bunch of warehouses full of cashmere that they need to get rid of. That's how it works. And when you watch the news, they're telling you shit, and when you're like, there's always a narrative being pushed for something,
Yeah.
and that propaganda will show you that, and that helps in marketing because in marketing, you have to be able to use psychology to draw people towards you, but you have to sell them something that's ethical, something that's solving a problem for them, a product or a service. So yes, in cases it's crazy because you're actually playing mind games, but if it's with a end result of being able to actually help those people and be a helping hand for them, then you know that you're doing something good and you're making your money in an honest way.
But it is, it definitely is. It ends up where you're helping somebody, but a lot of other things it goes the other way where people, you lose your mind on the internet, dog.
Yeah,
no, it's true.
So speaking of losing their mind, there's a lot of people losing their minds going through all kinds of content.
True.
TikTok. I love watching crazy shit. I heard you guys like alien shit.
Yes.
Oh, who said that? Who told you that?
No, I heard.
Yeah.
We the grapevine? You heard it through the grapevine?
It is known.
We actually, in 96 episodes, we've asked every guest this question. Do you believe in aliens?
How can you not, man?
Fellas, we want to hear why.
Why?
You got a crazy story? Are you seeing aliens? You seen some flying
you said
shit?
crazy something about aliens.
I saw something one time, and I don't know what it was. I saw it in Miami Lakes. I saw above my friend's house. The three of us were sitting outside, and there was like an orb, and it changed colors like a rainbow, and then it disappeared, and it was gone. That's all I saw. But I've seen documentaries. I listen to Rogan, and I see the people he interviews, and like, how do you explain these orbs and these UAP or whatever the fuck they're calling them, that they go into the ocean and then they fly out of the ocean into outer space? Like, whose is that?
I never seen that one.
Yeah. No, well, people don't know if the spaceships are coming from space or from the ocean. They don't know where.
Oh, that too.
Yeah, so like they're unidentified aerial whatever because they don't know if it's like Russia or China or India or fucking aliens. So they don't really know. All we know is that the technology that we see on a daily basis right now, those, whatever the fuck those are way ahead, and we don't even know how that works.
Yeah.
So whose is it? Who's the most advanced country in the world? Who knows? Maybe, right? It could be up to debate, right?
Yeah,
that too.
China,
United
States, right? They're but none of those people or none of those countries, you see them using that advanced technology. So either they're hiding it and it's really good, or it's aliens. Navy fighter jets.
Yeah, they've seen some of those things.
Shit and they don't even know what it is. They can't even tell. So if it's the government itself, it's the Navy, they don't know what it is, then who knows?
It's true. And there's things on Earth we can't explain, bro. There's the pyramids, but we can't explain. We don't know what's in the ocean still. So aliens is just another thing on the list of our unknowns for right now, because I wish we had solid proof of something. You know what I mean?
Well, the thing is that most of our history is hidden away under the desert in Africa. Humanity came from Africa, right? And when you go over there, the desert is ever growing. It's getting bigger every time. The sand dunes are pushing forward every time. So the desert is getting bigger. Under that desert, there's a bunch of shit. Have you guys ever heard of LiDAR technology?
No.
Okay, so what they're doing is they're putting these scanners on these drones and they're flying them over like valleys, or they're flying them over Mexico and Colombia, Brazil, over mountains. And this LiDAR technology is essentially like a sonar, like an X-ray, and it sees through the trees and the dirt. And they're finding structures of civilizations of millions of people that lived in the Andes and lived in Brazil and in different parts of Central America. And they didn't even know that this shit existed before. Imagine if they could create a technology that could fly over the African desert, looking under all of the sand to see what the fuck was there. Because that's where all this shit came from. That's where everybody came from. That all used to be grass. That all used to be forest. It wasn't
healthy,
what it is
nice,
right now.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, no, they just discovered that, they thought humans were like a certain amount of 50 million years ago or something. They just discovered they might be even older. We might be even older than that. Might be like 70 million years we've been around.
Yeah, they've been able to find a bunch of stuff because before
tools and stuff like that.
Tools, so they've found stuff in Turkey.
Right.
Göbekli Tepe, something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And it tells, I believe it tells us we've been around for like 80, 100,000 years.
No, and they have these precise cuts on things with like hand tools. It's unexplainable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, well, shit, man.
But you know what I mean? We're not alone.
I get
what
stuck
I'm
in
saying?
that rabbit hole of watching these things too. Like I just want an answer.
We watched a video that Jen sent to the chat today earlier, and the guy that was talking about the aliens and stuff said don't blink. So and then we was like, oh shit, they sending us signs.
They're listening to you,
know,
right
they
now.
listen, and then we go into they listening to you right
Yeah.
now, and this, and then we made a song. Like all of this is
You made a
because-
song?
Yeah, when we walked in, remember we made a
that
song.
was just, the alien.
And
Well,
the
how
alien-
did that go? How did it go?
Damn, you got me. It's 35 minutes later. I forgot already.
Damn. Oh, that was off the. That was off the.
That
rip?
was off the cuff right there, off the
off the
dome
Heezy.
right there, off the Heezy for Sheezy, inspired and hustling.
Hey, you know what I wanted to ask you? Are you advertising in the metaverse?
Oh,
Not yet.
Not yet?
But I'm learning
Wait,
a whole
is
lot
there-
about it. What?
there's advertising in that metaverse.
Not
They're
that
selling real estate.
I'm not in it enough to even know because I'm not even touching that right now.
yeah.
But what I do understand that is coming is that, for example, they're going to have like Oculus events, and an Oculus event is going to be essentially you could do a concert, right? And you're at the concert, and there's like billboards on the screens of the concert. You could buy ad space there, or you could buy skins. Like you could buy the outfit you're
Outfits.
wearing. So there's going to be different forms of advertising there. Like for example, if Grand Theft Auto goes metaverse, you know when you're in a Grand Theft Auto, you're listening to music,
Yeah.
and then you pass by a billboard. That's all ads. So essentially, that's where it's going, and eventually, you're probably going to be able to pay it in crypto. So let's say Facebook allows you to run ads in the metaverse, but you have to run those ads maybe buying their coin. So now that cryptocurrency has
It's like Fortnite. You gotta buy. It's called V-Bucks. I got kids. So.
Yeah. If you guys want to learn more about that, I wrote an article on Forbes talking about pretty much how the entertainment industry is going to be shifted by the use of augmented reality, virtual reality, and cryptocurrency. Yeah. How, like artists are going to do events now and meeting. Imagine like Drake says, all right, I'm going to do a meet and greet inside Oculus with you two. The meet and greet package is $50K. You get 20 minutes. You put on the headset, you put on the headset. Maybe you're all in different rooms, but you're with Drake. One-on-one, being able to ask whatever questions you want from whatever part of the world with something playing or not playing or an
Fucking
advertisement, and then you dip. So artists do meet and greets right now. They charge people. So we're sitting here, let's say we're the artists, our fans come in, they take pictures with us. We charge 5, 7, 10K for that package, and they got a nice experience. They got some bubbly in the back. They get some snacks. You just provide those experiences in the metaverse where people could be anywhere. Like maybe it's in Tokyo, but it doesn't matter that it's in Tokyo because you just put your headset on.
Well, that idea, we're actually going to do it here. You know what I'm saying? That's actually the space is going to be built to be able to do things like that. But damn, in the metaverse, that's going to be crazy. Imagine, Uly, you know what I'm saying? You have a meet and greet with the thing on.
And they're selling parcels.
And
You
you're
see the parcels
and
they
you're in a
sell?
ring.
No, they're selling real estate on
Real estate in the metaverse. You buy digital parcels next to like big brands that bought shit. Like Snoop Dogg has, I think, like a parcel.
Right.
Yeah.
I forgot what the parcel's called. Is like where a lot of rich people are buying real estate on the metaverse. And I also saw
something. Is it in the
Sandbox.
Sandbox. That's right.
There's a few of them.
Sandbox,
Yeah.
that's right. And I saw also where I think a yacht was sold on a metaverse for like 600 million or something like that.
It was like a digital yacht.
Right.
Damn.
People will go so far to flex.
No,
it's crazy.
Yo, I got a yacht in the metaverse. It's on sand.
I would feel like I would sound like a dumbass.
600 million.
I'll get my ass a yacht in
That's gotta
Miami
be like a
Beach.
Saudi. Yeah. For 600 million, you know what type of yacht you'll get?
Damn.
Shit. A fucking cruise ship.
That's crazy. But that
Alex,
metaverse
man.
stuff is crazy as hell. I'm not even gonna go too much, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm gonna just wait. I'm gonna just
There's
wait
the
and
new
see.
Oculus that came out. It's like $1,500.
I don't have that one. I have the one, the last one that came out
Me too.
for my kids. You know, the little boxing games and shit like that.
Yeah, you're a
But it's like-
fighter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait. The fighter of
fighter?
all fighters.
yeah?
All right. This
Fuck
year
with that.
alone, I'm gonna give you drop some gems on you
All right,
real quick.
let's flex stats.
2 MMA, 2 boxing, 2 bare knuckle.
Okay.
Right. Going for a 7th fight right now, December 3rd.
Yeah, it's just,
Okay.
that's
And that's
this year.
just this year. You heard?
Okay.
And what month we in?
No, the year's almost over.
Yeah.
The year's almost over. Name what? There's not one
We've been
fighter.
after it.
This is the fighter. When we talk about fighters, well, you over here, Mike? When we talk about fighters, we're talking about the fighter. Somebody need to put respect on this man's name.
Yeah,
Damn it!
that's right.
And remember where you heard it first. But yeah,
People need to put more respect on the fact that fighting dictates a lot of mental discipline.
Absolutely does.
You know what I'm saying? It's not
absolutely
just a
does.
sport.
Yeah.
No,
It's a life. It's a way of thinking.
I tell people fighting saved my life because I was a guy who was kind of all over the place. I was a mess for a long time in my life.
I'm saying we was locked up.
Dade County shit.
Yeah, Dade County shit. Yeah,
I
was caught up in the Dade County shit. I grew up in it, and but I had the mental capacity to get myself out of the shit. And what kept me sane and where I'm at today and giving me opportunities is the discipline because it comes with fighting.
You guys are Miami guys.
Absolutely.
You guys know how dangerous Miami could be. It's not just Lambos and shit and pretty girls.
No,
of course.
I've been for the last 5 years. I've been working on a project called Take a Ride, and Take a Ride is it's a film based around my buddy's life. Okay, my buddy had a crazy life. His father was murdered, pretty much like through the window as he was watching when he was like 7 years old, and he lived a very rough life. All his friends died, in Opalaka, going through all types of shit. And I heard his story and it inspired me. And what he was essentially trying to do is use his story as an example to be able to show kids in the hood and low-income neighborhoods that don't have a lot of opportunity that there is a way out.
Right. What's he doing now?
What's he doing? He's an executive at Macy's.
Oh shit! Okay,
nice.
nice.
So the film is we interview the old heads. We interview. Are you familiar with Level?
Yes, yeah. My guy.
Level's in my film.
That's my guy.
We had Level, we had cops, we had people that have been in jail, we had people that have killed people. Like we've had all kinds of shit, and we break down what is the problem Miami's having with violence. One of the main problems is that there's guns lying around, and 12 and 13-year-olds are picking them up, thinking they have beef, and they kill each other. But this doesn't come out in the news. Yeah. And if it does very little, they sweep it under the rug. So the whole point of that is to shine a light on a lot of issues we're having in low-income neighborhoods in Miami so we could provide solutions for these kids to be distracted, to have sports, to have education, so they're not gangbanging or like Facebook beefing with each other and then shooting themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That has a lot to do with the community too and the way they're brought up, parents, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it gets a lot deeper than that. But when it comes to the things about kids shooting each other and stuff like that, nowadays it's much worse because I'm 41. So in my era, we didn't have no digital nothing. We had no social media, nothing.
Yeah.
So if you came over here and kicked my ass, they saw it. They could talk shit. You guys talk shit. Now you get your ass kicked. You're on video and millions of people see this shit.
Yeah.
So kids have this, and we're all, whether you're a man or a woman, you have a sense of pride.
Right.
And once your pride gets crushed like that, people act in different ways. You know?
Yeah.
And one of the ways is grabbing a gun and going shoot fucking people that you know.
Exactly. And a lot of people don't have a good example and they don't have a good role model.
Absolutely.
And that's understandable. That's fine.
I never had one. So I
you
went the
became
wrong
one.
path. Right.
So you became one.
I thank God for that.
That's the whole point of the film. The whole point of the film is to highlight people like you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Show. Okay, he became an executive. He became an athlete. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There is a way. Yeah. Maybe at home they're not understanding you, but you could consume content online and find people that are like you, and they could motivate you and help you get out of that mindset. So instead of beefing with this fool that you don't even give a fuck about, maybe you could stop looking at his Instagram and you could look at a podcast, or you could listen to History Makers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or you could listen. My bad. You could listen to Don't Blink podcast and start fucking with a certain mindset. That's what that whole thing is about. We launched the trailer and I got 1 million organic views.
Nice. Oh, so it's already filmed then?
It's already filmed and finished.
Okay,
so it's being distributed. It's being distributed to film festivals worldwide right now.
Look, we got a short film called Never Too Late.
Yeah.
We actually won 6 different film festivals across the nation.
So you guys know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah. We did a documentary on
his life. Actually,
it's a 12-minute little short film that we did on parts of my life, and my to where I'm at today with professional fighting. And we won best short documentary in six
different short films, man. So that's amazing.
Yeah.
So I mean, that one is already done. So it's not like we could get in it. But
where is it? Where can we? I know you just said only the trailer's out. You're gonna put it in film festivals, right? So it's not out where you can see it
yet.
Yeah, because there's film festivals that require for it to not be released.
Yeah, to be exclusive.
Exclusive, and then we're gonna shoot for digital platforms. We're already in talks with different streaming platforms to see where we're gonna position ourselves and how we're going to launch. We've waited this long. We might as well do it right at the end.
Yeah, of course, man. That's
I had to
awesome,
shoot it 3 times. I had to shoot it because the first time I shot it, I fucked it up. Second time, I didn't know what I was doing. Third time, I hired a professional ass film team, and we did it correctly.
Nice.
But it was cool. It was cool.
And you have it into where like Netflix could pick it up in that type of format. Where
correct. The color grading, the color correction, the audio work, all is done by top of the line people. There was a lot of money spent on the film. It was 5 years of like crews and filming.
Awesome,
and
well, what's the name of it?
Take a Ride, Miami.
Take a ride.
Take a Ride, Miami.
I can't wait to take that ride, dog. I want to see it.
Yeah, man. That's awesome.
I'm into that, man.
Yeah. So one of the things we do once a year, especially because here's the thing. When you're, let's say you're 6, 7, 8 years old, 10 years old, 11 years old, and you're going to school and you don't have good material, like you don't have good notebooks, good pens, good backpacks, you lose motivation. You don't remember when you went to school and like if you didn't have all the lists that they gave you of all the pencils and the coloring books and the crayons, you felt like
you failed.
You felt like, oh, fuck, man, all these kids got all the shit.
Yeah,
Maybe
Fulanito got it already, and I ain't missing.
And that fucks with people's mind. That fucks with kids' minds, right? So, like, maybe their moms can't afford to buy them a backpack or pencils. So maybe they don't want to pay attention in class because it's just not worth it for them. So one of the things that we do is we'll go to Opelika in different neighborhoods during like August, and we'll do backpack drives.
Awesome.
We'll fill it with notebooks, pens, pencils, flashcards, backpacks. We'll bring soccer balls, footballs, things that could help kids at least maybe be a little bit motivated to do sports or to pay attention in class. That way they could maybe take their mind away from other things because we can't control their everyday. They have their family at home. They're living their day-to-day life, but at least if we could be a little bit of an influence and then put out content like this that they could listen to for free, at least there is a light at the end of the tunnel.
Absolutely. And whenever you do anything like that, any type of giveaways or anything like that, you don't call
let us know. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
We love to participate.
We used to have we did it during COVID, and the year after we got Fighting versus Hunger, where we go out. We had the local businesses giving us food, and we go out and feed the homeless.
Yeah,
and we had a ton of people that are doing it too.
It's our obligation to help those who aren't being helped, and to be a vehicle for people to be able to grow. Right? Not everybody has it like maybe we do at this moment. Maybe they're in a better position. Maybe they're in a worse position. But one thing's for sure: when you do things with like love, and when you actually try to put out good into the world is going to reward you.
Absolutely.
With love, with money, with health, whatever is important for you. But there's people that just need a little bit of a helping hand. At one point, you needed a helping hand. At one point, I needed my boys who were mentoring me and putting me up on game. Everybody needs somebody to give them a little bit of a shot.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more, brother.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Alex, man, it's been amazing having you on, man. We really appreciate you.
Yeah.
You know what I want to ask you? Because at the beginning you came in, it's Alex Quin, right? But Quin's not a Colombian last name.
No.
Oh,
You already said.
Yeah. Stage name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, dope.
Build a brand.
Build a brand.
So
Alex Q behind the mic.
Yeah.
Alex Quin, man, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for schooling us and schooling everybody that watches the show. Really appreciate you.
Hey, y'all, thank you for listening to us. This is Alex Quin, Miami Don't Blink podcast. Make sure to check out this episode, every other episode, and every new episode that's coming, and follow them on social media. Keep up and get some History Makers hoodies, hats, whatever the fuck they got on the website. Make sure to support them.
That's right. Hey, and Tuesday nights, what time?
7:30.
Tuesday night, 7:30 p.m.
Hey, yo, and
YouTube.
we're about to go to Alex's podcast and go rip it up over there too.
We're gonna talk some crazy shit.
Drop that. What's the name of your podcast?
Yeah.
If you guys want to hear a little bit more about business, marketing, like the whole business side, Hustle Inspires Hustle on every streaming platform, on YouTube. You'll find us there. We've interviewed billionaires, best-selling authors, all types of people. You'll see.
Yeah. So you got to interview them.
Hustlers inspire hustlers.
Hustle Inspires Hustle.
Hustle inspires hustle.
Yeah.
Awesome. I love that name.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah.
We appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for being on. And there's been another great episode of Don't Blink Podcast. We love y'all. Bow. Peace.
I think me and Two Nights got something great going on. We got some great guests coming up. It's gonna be dope. We got some dope people that already signed up to do it with us, which is great. A lot of people show us love, and it's because we love them back for sure.